everything. The federal opposition continue to fire shots at the government over its failure to secure enough rapid antigen tests. Labor leader Anthony Albanese says flow-on effect is being wide felt.
If people can't get a test and they're unsure of why it is that they perhaps are feeling unwell, then that's creating a reluctance and is adding to the labour shortages.
Pharmacists have also argued poor supply could create an unsafe testing regime.
We believe that the poor preparation for the supply of rapid antigen tests is leading to an unsafe testing regime. We need to get these RATs available and we need to have them free.
That's Jill McCabe from the Professional Pharmacists of Australia. To the latest case numbers now, and Victoria's topped the national tally with almost 38,000 new infections and 13 deaths. New South Wales has reported just under 26,000 and 11 deaths. Queensland has more than 20,000 and 1 death. South Australia almost 3,000 and 1 death, while Tasmania has 1,300 cases. Sad news out of Queensland with the body of a farmer who went missing in floodwaters in the Wide Bay region this morning being found by emergency crews. He is the second person to die in floodwaters in the past week. A 14-year-old girl whose car was swept up on Saturday is still unaccounted for. An emergency declaration has been lifted in the town of Maryborough today as the Premier and her authorities arrived to survey the damage. Another twist in the Novak Djokovic saga. Border authorities are now investigating whether the tennis star lied on his entry form when stating he hadn't been in any other countries in the 2 weeks before travelling here. In the latest twist, it turns out he spent some time in Spain. The immigration minister could still make the call to send him home despite his triumph in court. Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews has weighed in on the whole thing and says he doesn't think it will impact the Australian Open negatively.
I think that Rafa and a few others have made the position very, very clear. This tournament is much bigger than any one person. It's a Grand Slam. It's the biggest thing in tennis in the first quarter of the year. It's a massive event for us and it's bigger than any one person, whether that be in the court or on the court.
And official documents show Betty White suffered a stroke 6 days before she passed away. The Golden Girls star would have turned 100 next week.
The Snooze Super Summer Sale is now on. Save up to 50% on mattresses and up to 40% on bed frames. Exclusions, T's and C's apply.
Checking sport now, and Perth is piling on the runs against the Melbourne Stars in Geelong. A short time ago, the Scorchers were 1 for 72. The GM HPA doubleheader continues this evening with the Renegades taking on the Sixers. An injury cloud remains for Ashes cold hero Scott Boland ahead of the 5th test in Hobart. The 32-year-old played through pain in Sydney after falling on his elbows and ribs. Nick Kyrgios will be a no-show for the Sydney Tennis Classic after testing positive for COVID. In the A-League, Melbourne Victory's clash with the Wanderers has been postponed due to COVID cases among the playing group. It was scheduled to be played in Sydney on Sunday. And Aussie golfer Cam Smith has set a scoring record while winning the first PGA of the year over in Hawaii. Over 72 holes, Smith finished at 34 under par, the lowest in PGA history.
I was just trying to hit one shot at a time. I know that sounds cliche. We spoke about it earlier in the day. We wanted to get to 35 under. We missed it by 1. So in that sense, disappointing, but happy to come away with the W.
Checking Cairns weather, showers for the rest of today with the chance of a thunderstorm getting down to 24 degrees tonight. Similar conditions forecast for tomorrow with a top of 32. Our Listener app is the new home of your local news. Join to listen live or on demand now.